hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready for football now from sunny North Carolina. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 21-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Vick. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. It's so compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on second and 14. Vick, he's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Here I come again. Hustle. Here I come again.
On third down, Vick out of the gun. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they come up now second and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here. Now
after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Buddy up. 50. Mike gives it 50. Check Mike 50. Too little. Kill.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Vick, the all-pro linebacker, Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Draw play, Cohen, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Here goes Vick on 4th down. He finds Beckham complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. A first down throw coming for Vick. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Vick. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, partner, let's take a quick look ahead to Week 8. A couple of exciting matchups. Carolina at undefeated San Francisco, and then Green Bay and Kansas City on Sunday night. That should be a fun one.
It should be. In Green Bay, Kansas City, a rematch of the first ever Super Bowl that was played. Green Bay winning that one in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. But that Carolina-San Francisco game is so intriguing to me because, to me, it's a battle of defenses. Carolina's defense is playing at a high level, but is anyone playing better defense in San Francisco outside of New England? I would say no.
And then also Seattle at Atlanta. And I bring up that game because, gosh, if the Falcons lose, Dan Quinn might not have a job.
Yeah, that's true, and I hate that because DQ is one of the best guys you're going to meet. And it was just 2 years ago, his team was in the Super Bowl. But right now, they're 1-6, and if they lose to Seattle, they're facing an open week, and there'll be a heavy discussion and a job referendum on him at that point.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
3rd and long for Vick. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here comes Cohen. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. 57. Get that quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Vick looking deep downfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
2 yards.
Switch up, switch up.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Vick. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, it's Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Got a man on the right sideline. It's Holt. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Throwing on 3rd and long. Vick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I got you.
4th down, Vick. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun on 3rd down. Vick. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A gain there of 21 yards. First down, Vic. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. Vic now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a first and 10. To throw, Vic. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got it.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here's Michael Vick, forced out to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Vick readies to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Rolling to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jack Doyle there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now Dawson for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Carolina. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing, Vick. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Michael Vick. And this is going to be intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
another run, this time McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Vic. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's called. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
They run on first down with Jackson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Check it back. Check it back.
They run again with Jackson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Big hit.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Panthers have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.